Hey everybody, this is Florida Rob down here in Orlando, and this is going to be a little different video today. I'm having a cookout barbecue at my home for a lot of my good friends and hunting buddies. Should be about 9 or 10 guys and their wives. These are guys that I've hunted with in England and Virginia, actually around the country, here on the beach, and we've developed friendships over the years. So this should be a lot of fun today. Hopefully they all bring one of their better finds or more. I've asked them to bring them so I can kind of introduce these guys to you. And they're all great hunters, but introduce you to them and maybe show you a find or two that they've found in the past. We're already out here. I got a great screened in area with a pool. Got the barbecue all ready to go. My wife's been a big help. Matter of fact, one of the guys, Marilyn Ron and his wife, are staying with me for the weekend. They're out doing a little walk around the neighborhood, but they've been helping me. So we got the all the tables set, and I got a game room out here, and I'm sure it'll be taken advantage of. I got all the toys, and I'm sure some of them will like to do this, but I got a 58 jukebox, 1958. I got a pinball machine, Elvira, which is great. We got a pool table. Video games and darts, so there's lots to do. Hopefully I think Sal's bringing his kids so they can swim, and this should be a great day and a lot of fun. We'll probably tell a lot of lies, I'm sure, but I hope to introduce every one of them to you and show you some of the great finds. Alright, they should be here in a few hours. I got a few things to get done, so stay tuned. Most everybody's here and chowing down. Here's the spread. We invited the wives. We even invited the wives. But they're eating last, if you'll notice.
Some beauty.
So we'll get into looking at some serious finds after we eat. Well, we finished eating and everybody's settling in. Let me go inside here. We got Crossbones over there and Alan's wife on the pinball machine.
We not got one in yet.
They've been playing pool for an hour. They ain't sunk a ball yet. Hey! All right. And again, everybody's finishing up. I'm going to start introducing you to all my good friends. I'll start with Dean over there. Hey, Dean.
Hey.
Hey, buddy. This is Florida Dean, and let's go inside.
Yeah.
Dean and I are the oldest friends here. I mean, we've known each other for, I don't know, 40 years? It's been a long time. He wasn't a detectorist that I think he got sick of me talking about it so much. He calls me one day and said, "Guess what, Rob? You just bought me an AT Pro."
That's it.
And man, we go way back, even before both of us were detecting. But I did ask the guys to bring in stuff. And did you bring your plate?
Brought mine.
Okay, before he even shows it here, well, go ahead and give it to me. This right here is my memory. And I think I have this on a video, but what an incredible box plate. We were up in Virginia hunting, and when Dean found this, he was screaming like a baby. You remember that, Sal?
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was me screaming too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I heard it from half a mile away. I mean,
Yeah.
Sal was like running. Do I need to call the ambulance or something?
Yeah.
Or am I supposed to take a picture? Or?
Now, Sal, he's seen many a plates, but
that's one.
Sal, isn't that one of the finest ones ever dug?
Just as good on the back as the front.
It's a regular belt plate too.
Yep.
But that was a great memory that I had with hunting with Dean.
Oh yeah, great memory.
And I know Dean's, that's got to be your best find ever, huh?
Yeah,
by far.
I mean, that's the best memory I've had.
Yeah. And I don't know, this is Sal, and Sal and I go back probably till 2011, I think, or 2011, I think. I started off my relic hunting with Sal, but this is about Sal here. Sal, and Sal, let me tell you about Sal. He he does history hunts, which is hunting all over the world, England and the whole United States, gold hunting. And he's involved with the Spanish fleet, 1715 fleet, which Dean and I are both involved with him on that. He Treasure Outfitters, he sells equipment, and I asked him to bring a few things. I don't know what, I hadn't had time to look up here because I've been cooking, but your spread, it looks like this is probably it right here, isn't it?
Just a few silver coins.
Look at this
some
stuff.
Cut silver, some early American silver, some busts, some seated.
Look at these old Americans.
Nice Virginia Confederate. That's a Richmond style CS tone.
Yeah. And you found that in Virginia, right? Yeah.
One of our sites in Virginia,
but...
and that was one of our sites in Virginia also. That's a local back mark. And then
look at that.
My wife found that diving the shipwrecks in 2016.
Oh, was that the 1715 fleet stuff?
That's a 1715. She got that division. So
look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and do you have some England stuff? I can't.
No, that's a Queen Elizabeth six. It's a sixpence. It's a fourpence. Been cut in half. I found it in Pennsylvania.
All right.
You can tell it's hammered. And some nice little bits here. You know, that's a nice little cob from Virginia.
Some great stuff. Yeah, Sal's the one that actually got me hooked on relic hunting. I wasn't Civil War relic hunting at first, but it's become my love now. So thanks for bringing that, guys.
Yeah,
no doubt. All right, let's stay tuned. Okay, came back outside. This is Florida Bill over here. Marilyn Scott. Marilyn Scott, he's down here for the weekend, spending the weekend with me, and we've already had a blast. Hey guys, let's go inside and look at your stuff and talk a little bit.
Sounds
okay. I want to share a couple memories about both of you guys. Some of them are different, but I'll tell you about with Bill. The memory I have of him with is real comical. We were out hunting on the beach, and we were doing our wrap-up on the tailgate of my truck, and we were looking at his stuff, and I was saying what it was, and here's this, and here's this, and he had one of these little monster trucks sitting on there. I said, "Oh, where'd you get that? In the dry sand?" He said, "No, I had to rip that out of some kid's hand." He did. It was great. It was great. And Marilyn Scott over here, we've got a lot of memories together. We've hunted in England together. We've hunted in Virginia and Louisiana, around the country. I've been to his house up in Maryland hunting. He comes down to my house. This is your third time or fourth time, something like that. We've just had a blast. But the biggest memory, or the best memory I ever have, is one of the Virginia hunts. Within a 30-minute period, there was 4 plates found. And we both found breastplates about 5 minutes apart. And I found mine. I'll never forget. The reading was a 1038.
There's mine.
Yeah. It was a 1038, and I yelled it out, and I'm still trying to celebrate mine, and he's yelling over there, "I got a 1038.
Oh, and I knew it was deep. I knew it was a deep target. And when he said 1038, I would have probably just thought it was a can, because we were finding a lot of aluminum cans. But when he said that, and I saw that reading, and it was deep, I had a feeling. So Sal actually videotaped the whole thing, and so did Rob at that time. So it's actually on. It's on the channel.
We found 4 plates, and here's my display at my house up here. But look at this. There's my plate, and there's his. Now his is a little bit better than mine, but they're both sweet. So anyway, I asked them to bring some stuff. I don't even know what anyone brought, other than I know you got this plate. Scott, oh, you got a display. I have seen Scott's stuff because he's been here for a few days. Look at that Virginia button there. That is sweet. And one of the finds he has is I'm like so jealous of. I've been to England 12 times trying to find me one of these, and I think he found it on the second trip.
Yes.
And that's a Celtic gold coin. Now I'm skipping all the other stuff, but he's going to take it out of the case. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Folks, that is 2,000 years old. And it is heavy. Is that not gorgeous? Oh my gosh. He's got just assorted other things. There's a J hook, and it's big 69 caliber.
The reason I have these in here, not that they're that remarkable, but they're from the Battle of Antietam, private property that I had, have permission on.
Okay.
And that's why.
Okay.
They mean a lot to me because, you know, you've got a scabbard tip. You know, they were in the heat of the war. They were lost. A couple of Indian head pennies, 1861.
Those were Antietam also?
Yeah,
Okay.
1861, 1862. Again, nothing special aside from the fact that we're on private land.
Very cool. Now, this looks like an oddball in there, but let me tell you about that. He comes down here and he steals our targets because he came down for the party. I took him to Coco yesterday and he bangs out that huge 14-karat gold wedding band.
Yes, but you know what? I lost mine in a fire 4.5 years ago, and look at this.
Uh-oh.
Now I got one.
The trouble is, who are you married to now?
I can't figure that out, but you know, I've got some ideas of who I think I might want it to be after being on the beach.
Well, anyway, these are great friends of mine, and we've hunted together, and thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, just walking in the door, Jim Hooks. Hey, buddy.
My, look at that.
Now,
who cares? You just put that right on top.
Oh, my gosh. Before we look at that, though, I got to introduce you to Jim. He lives up in North Carolina half the time, and half the time he's here in New Smyrna Beach. We met on the beach at New Smyrna Beach. I was out there hunting it 6, 7 years ago, something like that.
In 11.
Oh, was it 2011?
2011.
And I'm hunting just really the dry sand, the hard pack, and he introduces me to the CZ21. I'll never forget that. And I'm not going to go into all the detail because it's a long story, but we stood there for, what, an hour and a half on the beach and talked. And I was really intrigued with that machine.
Before we went detective.
It was, yeah. Well, what he did, he says, can you come back in the morning? I have an extra CZ. I said, well, yeah. So I come back the next morning. We had a total blast, didn't we? And I went down the next day and ordered my Fisher. And I love that machine. Now, Jim's been a water hunter for how long, buddy? 35?
25 years.
25 years?
I've been detecting a little over 35.
Now, I've seen his entire ring collection, but I think Brinks would have had to bring it over here. But he brought a tray of goodies. Jim, why don't you kind of tell me what you got there? Wait a minute. Where are my sunglasses at? Look at this. Oh, my gosh.
This
Look at
is one I found in Aruba on my birthday, August the 6th of 2005.
Okay.
I was supposed to check out of the hotel at 11 o'clock. I found it at 11 o'clock and then had a mile to drive back. This is one I found. I was on a cruise, and I found it in water about waist deep. The first one was pretty close to chin deep.
Okay.
This one, it's a 28-inch chain. It's got a little over 3.5 ounces gold in it.
Wow.
And then it's got, I think it's Alexandrites for the stones.
Oh, my gosh.
This is one I found 2 years ago on a Sunday before my wife's birthday on Thursday. So I gave her that. This one came from Key Biscayne.
Yep.
And I was driving my tractor trailer when I found that one. This came from Jamaica. And I also brought this back. We went to Jamaica twice that year. And I brought back 34 rings, not counting the bracelets and necklaces.
I've heard that story before.
This is a square ring.
Look at that.
I found it in Turks and Caicos in waist deep water. And,
Man, I need to use both hands to hold that thing up.
It's over an ounce of gold.
Look at that.
Custom made nugget ring.
Is that's that old ring?
This is an 1865 Augusta Military Academy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful stuff.
It's sterling silver. Go ahead and pick it out if you want to.
I'd love to.
Just some great stuff, Jim. Thanks for bringing that stuff.
And this is my wife's ring. The diamond came from Maine. Then I took 4 wedding bands and had that ring made.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one I found in Grand Cayman. The beach attendant, he saw me with a metal detector, and he said, some lady lost a good ring in here about a couple weeks ago. And I said, where do you think it was? And he said, right over there where those chairs are stacked up.
I've heard
10,
that.
15 minutes later, the chairs were gone. And I had that ring and gave it to my wife in probably less than a minute.
Mm.
And on the beach behind that, I found a Rideau watch that's worth about $30.
Now, did you bring security with you to stand guard on that? You're amongst friends here. All right, man. You can see there's some great stuff on this table. Got a few more guys to introduce, so stay tuned. Wow, my apologies to Florida Bill. I forgot to even show the stuff he brought. Hey, bring that over here to the light.
Okay.
Let's take a quick look at it. I don't know what you brought. Looks like some of your England finds, huh?
Yep.
Bill's been over to England with me a couple times, and I know he found some hammereds. I'm going to have him just kind of sit up here under the light.
Can't really see it too well.
We can tilt. Oh, that's nice.
But I've got some blow-up, so
You can
my
kind of tilt it
findings
up.
aren't like the previous 2 or 3 people. I've been to England a couple of times and been with Rob a number of places, but when I did go to England, and what a trip! Everybody ought to go over there at least once or twice. It's such an experience, so much history. But I did find a 1561. This is the first of the hammered silver. This is a 3 pence, which is this coin right here, and it's got pretty good detail on it. And at a different trip, I found another silver. Hammered silver also.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this third one down here is this coin, which is a Constantine I family. That's a bronze. And so, you're talking about some history of these people, around that area. The Romans were down there, and the Celtics way back before the BC.
Oh, yeah.
This is what the Constantine is supposed to look like. Of course, the one I have is more worn, but you can see the CONST family. And just to show you what a typical, here's one area where Rob and I were over there, and you look at the rocks and that sort of thing for digging. It's just great. This happened to be next to a cemetery, but
Yeah, people are dying to get in there.
yeah, dying to get into. But just about everything you find over there it's like fishing, and you never know what you're going to find. It's
Right.
just really
It's incredible.
And they end up, everything you take out of there, has been itemized, and the guy over there knows so much about the history, so they, like 1561, Elizabeth I, in 4th century.
That is the Colchester treasure hunting.
And,
Anybody interested in knowing.
And I found a bunch of rings here, nothing like them, but it's always fun, when you go out there. And I found some old coins. Most of these came from an older city nearby that's Sanford.
Yeah, Old Town.
And they were digging up streets, and it's just great fun.
Well, very good, Bill. Thanks for bringing that stuff. Appreciate it. Cool. All right, let's go find somebody else. We're in the game room. It's dark in here. You want a light on? You need a light in here.
It's just gut dark.
Yeah, it's getting ready to storm though. Oh, there we go. Who's playing pool? You two? Okay, because I want somebody else. I'll have to get the pinball wizard.
Get another
Crossbones.
another ball.
Oh, there's Elvira. I love Elvira. For good luck.
Don't put your fingers in like that, baby. You get smashed. Look at Mr. Jim playing pinball, girls.
He's a wizard.
No, Janice is actually the winner.
This is fun. This is what you want.
She's beat me all day long.
All right, I'm going to turn this off for a minute till I can get him off there. All right, I think he finally's done. Let's walk inside, Jim. Go ahead.
Hey, you want to play, Nora?
Now, this is Jimmy Crossbones, one of my best friends, and he's got a YouTube channel under Jimmy Crossbones. You should check that out.
Yeah.
It's real good. Very good. A lot of great finds. And I was kind of telling everybody about a little memory I had of a hunt or two, but the one I got to tell about Jimmy is the day I had my heart attack. Jimmy may have saved my life because we were in a remote part of the beach, and this was back in January of 18, which was, what, 6 or 7 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months.
And right in the morning, man, I had a heart attack on the beach. He got me an ambulance and got me to the hospital, and I had quadruple bypass the very next morning. So that's not the kind of memory I wanted to share, but that is probably the biggest one. So we've been on England hunts together. We've been to Virginia, the beach, lakes, and just great times. So another one of my best friends. And I don't even know what you brought today, Jim.
No, let's take a look.
There's just so much good stuff here on the
I
table.
brought 3 of my favorite finds anyways. This one right here. This is a Spanish copper Maravetti.
Oh yeah.
And as you see the dates, that was the year that the king and queen, let's see, who was it? Ferdinand and Fernando and Isabella, 1474 to 1504.
Now, didn't you find that right here in Florida?
In Florida.
Oh my God.
And I still say I think that's the oldest coin that's ever been dug in Florida, but nobody's come up with anything else.
Disputed it, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now, if you can see on the coin, it's got 2 notches. I believe, since this coin was so old, that it was actually worn by a Spanish soldier because it was obviously wrapped, with something where they were wearing it. But just think about that. That's 1474.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's before Columbus. Columbus was 1492.
Yeah, man, how in the world did that get here?
Really? So I think it was worn quite a while.
Maybe he's going to remake history.
Could be. Now, this one here, this is my Civil War best find. It's a Union spur dated 1857, I think, and they used it all through the Civil War. And this here is one of my favorites. It is actually a bronze spike.
Oh yeah.
With a chunk of wood still on it from maybe an old Spanish shipwreck.
Yeah, it's got to be. Got to be.
So yeah, this is my 3 favorite finds, but
yeah, those are sweet, bud.
The better ones are yet to come.
Oh yeah, and you've got some great finds, there's no doubt. All these guys have boatloads of gold rings and all we find together.
Yeah.
And not that they're getting old hat or boring, but we just got a lot of them. All of us do. Very nice stuff. One thing that we missed with Scott's, which is yours reminded me of it, and we didn't even show it. He found an old piece of wood with a button.
No, actually, that's a nail.
Oh, it is a nail?
Yeah, you can see the bottom of the shaft right there.
Okay.
So
I was looking at it earlier, and we thought it was a button.
What we think that is, we think that's a railroad marker. What they do, they drive these tacks in some of the railroad ties.
Yeah.
Now it'll have a date or something on the top of it, and that's how come they put them in there, because they change the railroad ties out every so often so they can date them that way.
Well, that's cool. He's probably not going to take it out of there. I'm
no,
sure.
That's still a real cool piece.
Very cool. All right, very good. I don't think I've talked to Alan yet. So let me go out and find him.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. You know what? Hooks was holding out on us. He brought a few of his other goodies. Everybody's over here gawking at him. Look at this. Holy cow.
This is a 22 karat.
Is everything gold there, Jim?
And platinum.
Oh, sorry. Gold and platinum.
Yeah, make sure you get that straight.
I didn't even know he brought these. I've seen his rings before, and I'm telling you just like it is. This is just a portion.
This is platinum.
He's been finding these things for 25 years. Look at that.
It's a teeny tiny one.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I found that in the cut.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to touch it for a second. I'll be very careful with it. Look at that.
Told you these guys were good.
That is a beautiful ring right there.
Okay.
This one I found.
Man, I'm going to have to get a little time to look through those myself. Very nice. Okay.
I think he's got both of them. We could each pick one out.
You know what? I agree with you. Okay. I don't even care if I pick last. Look at this.
This one came from Nassau. This one came from Jamaica. This one was Nassau.
Oh my gosh.
And
all right, let me find some other
a place that Atlantis is in Nassau. It was a cove, a lagoon, and I think I found 15, 20 rings in about an hour and a half. The next time I went back there, it was filled in, and the Atlantis was on top of it.
Oh, Jim, he's got some stories. There's no doubt about that. All right, I'm back out in the game room. Looks like Alan's been defeated finally. He's on the couch.
No, I won.
Oh, I didn't know it worked like that. You win and you sit? Huh. How does that figure out? Come on inside. I want to show the people your stuff.
Okay, fine.
Alan and I, he's been the...
Let me check real quick here.
We're going to go inside with his stuff. Alan, been the president of the Central Florida Club for many years. He's since stepped down after making it a big success. But we've been on hunts together, Virginia, England, the beach here. You know, he lives over near the, well, close to the beach. But I got to tell you, my best and biggest memory with him is the Ma Barker hunt, which I've got a video out on that, but just to make it real short, you can go and look at my Ma Barker video. It's a 45-minute long video, but well worth watching. But believe it or not, he found Fred Barker's pinky ring. Fred Barker being Ma Barker's son. And what an incredible find. Didn't they appraise it at $25,000 to $50,000, somewhere in between there?
20 to 50, yep.
And, of course, we gave it to the owners, which is going in the local museum there. But Alan, and that's the memory with me, I was with him when he found that. And I think we were all like, I don't know if we were scared or what when we found it, but wow, we didn't realize it. But anyway, it has Fred Barker's initials on the ring, and it was certified to be his ring. It's all engraved. And what Alan did is he made a duplicate of it, a replica, before we gave it to the museum.
Absolutely did.
So, and you brought it with you today. You want to show it? And this is an identical replica of the original one.
The school actually started in 1880.
So I guess that's upright.
Look at that. Now, I remember it being split in the back. Did you keep the original? Yeah, see?
Kept it exactly like it came out of the ground.
It was broken just like that, and the replica that he had made is exactly like it. And that was a 10 karat, and your replica, though, is 14, isn't it?
It says 10 karat, but I used 14 karat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He used his own gold rings that melted down to make that. What a great find. Got to be a find of a lifetime. There's no doubt about that.
It is. You know, it was interesting to find out.
And I think Alan,
I couldn't have identified it if you hadn't done it.
Well, that's a long story. I did. We were on our way home, and I'm looking on the internet, and I said, "What was Fred Barker's middle initial?" I'm not even remembering what it was now. Fred George. That's right. And I said, "What are the initials on that?" And he said, "FGB." I went, "Fred George Barker. You got Barker's ring." So that's a true story, and it was unreal. And
except you identified the G. We couldn't tell what the G was.
Well, I'm in the printing business. I've seen a lot of that old English type lettering, and yeah, I saw that was a G. But is that your best find ever?
You know, it's a really good one, but I like the breastplate.
It probably is the best find ever, but yeah, he brought along a couple other finds, and he found this on one of Sal's hunts, a breastplate. And
it was on Sal's hunt.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now you've had it restored, right?
When I got it, it was tacoed completely.
I saw it.
And the guy that restored it that's what he did with it. And it is perfect.
It is beautiful. It doesn't even look, it's not made to look brand new. It's made to look original.
It's got the original patina on it.
There's some beautiful breastplates here today. And you brought another piece with you too.
Yeah, I got a horse rosette with intertwined USA.
Oh, yeah.
And that's from Florida. That came out of north of DeLand.
I'll be dog.
And that's the way it came out of the ground.
Yeah, I told you these guys are all great hunters, and they have so many finds, but just brought along some of their favorites. Yep. So, very cool. Alan, appreciate it. Yep. I think I've got Chuck. I've got to get Chuck off that pool table.
Chuck's winning.
Now, this is the way it works, folks. You see all the women are in there cleaning up and doing all of that shit. And,
I'm out of here.
You better get out of here. And, well, there's Scott, but he's not helping with the dishes. He's eating still.
You didn't see that.
So, okay, I got to go get Chuck off that pool table because I've got some great memories with Chuck. Him and I have hunted together maybe more than I've hunted with any of the other guys. I mean, for years. But all right, so stay tuned. I'm still trying to get Florida Chuck off the table. Everybody's getting ready to storm outside, and it's much, much cooler in here, so everybody's kind of hibernating in here for right now. Having a lot of fun. We got the jukebox going now. All right, stay tuned. Have Chuck here in a minute. All right, I see Chuck and his wife Lai heading this way. Are you still undefeated on the pool table?
I've been beaten.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, I saw you coming. I saw you coming. I just told him you were coming with your wife, Lai.
I gave up my stick.
Before we show Chuck stuff, Chuck and I are good buddies. We met at the Florida Club about 10 years ago or close to it. And we've hunted a lot together. England, Virginia, different states.
Louisiana.
Pennsylvania. I mean, we've just had some great hunts. We hunt on the beach a lot. He is the ringmaster for one thing, there's no doubt. I find a lot of rings, but he dwarfs me. But we've had a lot of good memories, but one memory I want to share is on England when he found his first gold coin. Obviously, you remember that.
Yes.
It's on one of my videos. He was, I was walking across the field. He was behind me about 10 yards, walking about 6 feet to my left. I walk right past it, and he yells he's got something that looks like gold. So I get it over there on live video, and it's actually in a clod of dirt stuck in there.
Yep.
And that was a thrill, wasn't it?
That was absolutely a thrill.
And then he, I don't know, it was a couple days later, he finds a hammered gold. Yep. So we've been going there for years trying to get a gold coin. He pops 2 in the same hunt.
In the same hunt.
Yeah, I think,
not 1 cent.
Anyway, I saw him on the table, so and plus some other stuff. Let's walk over there and you show me what you brought.
All right.
I am so jealous of those. There's his display of stuff. I'll just let you kind of say what you got there. Look at that, folks.
Okay. Well, I started off over in England in 2013. Well, I was hunting before that, but in 2013 I found this fabulous Roman Republican coin. Dated 151 BC is where they dated it at. Beautiful coin. Didn't know what I had at the time until went into Chris, and Chris... one of Chris's guys identified it being 151 BC, and it, as far as I know, is still the second oldest coin found by the club.
It is. I was with you when you found, well, not only that, but all of these. Yeah. So.
Yep. And then
there's that first gold coin. Yeah.
Rob has identified the first gold coin here that we found. It came out of a clump of dirt. It was actually stuck in a hard clump, and just the edge of it stuck out. So. Didn't know what it was until we actually broke the clump open.
Yeah, that was
found
great.
it, and boom, gold coin.
Go on my website or on my YouTube site, FloridaRob.com, and you'll see the live video of that one.
Yep, that was the heart attack video.
He had a heart attack on that one.
And then on the same hunt, in the middle of a field, digging out there by myself, up pops this beautiful hammered gold coin. And it is dated on the coin 1545.
Oh my God. What a rare find too, bud.
Yeah. And it's been identified as being a Netherlands or Holland coin. I don't know that another one has been found in England like that, but it's been left as it was found. It's got some dimples on it from being in the ground so long. But
hey, quickly tell the story about this Indian artifact here.
Well, the Indian artifact, we went to Louisiana to hunt with Sal's group. And we were hunting in an area, and there were some Indian beads coming up, some arrowheads coming up, and popped this up. Didn't know what it really was, stuck it in the pouch, got back to Sal's place, and I was getting ready to toss it. I thought maybe it was just an old gear from a clock. I showed it to Sal. Sal looked at it and saw the markings on it, and it came out of a real coin that had been cut by the Indians down to be some type of a decorative brooch of some type.
What a great find, too.
So
it looks like a gear. I can see why
it looked like a gear. I was going to toss it and thought I would check first because it looked odd.
Yeah, that was cool. Another bunch of great finds there. All right, buddy. Again, man, I've just been all my great friends and detecting buddies. I told you they're good, and there's just some incredible stuff here. Yep. So, all right, thanks for sharing that, buddy.
Yep.
Thanks for coming today, too.
Absolutely.
Where's your sister?
Everybody's settling in here now and admiring all the great finds. There's just some incredible stuff there, as I showed you. But I think they've made it back in here from the game room now, because the desserts are in here. We got a whole bunch of good desserts. Scott, which bowl is yours, buddy?
I'm thinking about my other bowl.
Is that the third or fourth helping of banana pudding you've had, right? Anyway, everybody's, again, just admiring all the beautiful finds. fun. A lot of stories.
Good 5 minutes. And it was here, it was there, it was here. And somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Is this what you're hunting for?" And it was stretched out, and he was watching with a pair of goggles on. And half would be in, half would be out, and when I lifted up my scoop, it'd fall out. So it was here, it was there, everywhere. And it was still fastened.
How could somebody lose that and have it still fastened?
It must have been a priest.
What'd they do, cut off his head?
I don't know. But I've been back to that same as Half Moon Key. And I found a couple junk rings. And another guy, I've been on a cruise where there was 3 or 4 other people that never detected. One guy found a wedding band set, the engagement ring plus the band. And, you know, this is the guy's name. Jamaica. We went to a place. Oh, yeah. They had to lose that.
Well, you know, I think with the popularity and everything, I think a lot of people
just
live on
amazing. I'm surprised that Chris can do all the stuff he does, you know. Oh, this is cool stuff here.
It's great, isn't it?
I was just looking at the quarter statter that he found.
Oh yeah, you haven't got that back yet, have you?
One trip that he finds gold.
Yeah, Alan, I go over there 12 times looking for a Celtic. I take him over there with me. One trip, he gets a Celtic gold. He's waiting to get it back.
Find gold.
I know.
This really doesn't have much respect, does it?
I hate him.
That's great. Right there, that's it.
Oh, God.
And that's neat.